Y'all know I'm a big Marvel fan, but it's hard for me to get the care that I need for this movie. And the question that I've been having over the last couple of weeks, with all these trailers leaking and this and that, is does anyone really care about Avengers Doomsday? So let's talk about it. Cue then.
Up in the sky! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's a geek.
Now, to answer the question, does anyone care about Avengers Doomsday? Yes. But I think the better question is, who cares about Avengers Doomsday? Is it the casual fans? Is it the hardcore fans? Who really cares? Now, if you go on Twitter, I always tell y'all what, Twitter is not real. If you go on Twitter, you'll see a lot of people, including me, was a little worried by the marketing strategy Marvel was taking of releasing each trailer, a different trailer week by week for 4 total trailers for 4 weeks in front of Avatar, Fire and Ash. Now, it seemed like a thing where maybe Disney wasn't comfortable in the Avatar movie, or maybe that was something Marvel had. I don't know. But we were looking at it and I'm like, this is so stupid because the trailers are probably gonna leak anyway. There'll be a cam rip or something. So now you just have a worse quality trailer instead of officially putting the trailer out. Now, as I'm recording this, the Captain America trailer has officially came out today, and the visuals look amazing, but it's a nothing burger. The trailer does nothing to get hype, and we just had a conversation about Supergirl, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna be completely open and honest with y'all. The trailer did nothing to get hype. The trailer, it did nothing but spark discourse. Like, it did nothing but divide even more the MCU fan base. The discourse was, with Steve Rogers coming back, is he gonna be Captain America? Is he gonna overshadow Sam Wilson? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, there's 2 ways to see this. One, where did all of these Sam Wilson fans come out from? All right, I feel like, yes, Sam hasn't really gotten his fair shot like Steve Rogers did. He was in a Disney Plus show that really nobody watched, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I loved. And he was in Brave New World. Sam wasn't a bad part of that movie, but the movie itself was, he hasn't really gotten his fair shot. And you have the other fan base where they're like, well, I mean, we like Steve. Steve is my Captain America. You know what y'all was saying, and y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what y'all was saying when that Captain America Brave New World stuff was coming up. Y'all was saying, he's not my Captain America, all that. So Marvel is having to appease to those fans who are, let's face it, a little more toxic. But you also have other fans like me who was like, dude, I sat here and watched all this Phase 4 stuff. I did all this, I watched all that, just for y'all to dig back into the already dried up well. Now, anybody with a brain could have told y'all that Steve was coming back. But to make it a thing where we're getting reports that this is basically going to be Civil War 2, which I'm not really upset about because Civil War is my favorite Marvel movie. We need to go in a different direction. Civil War was in 2016, I want to say? So that was almost 10 years ago. Well, it will be 10 years ago when Doomsday comes out. So I want Marvel to be fresh. You can't ever give the new fan base love for these characters if you don't show the characters. We can't keep going back. We already had RDJ as Doom, which I told y'all that was stupid. Now we'll get to that in a little bit. And we're getting Thor back. The Thor trailer leaked, and we'll be getting, it's like, I know they have to come back, but can we have done it in a better way to where they're not just the main priority of this? Because their saga was really supposed to end in Endgame. But when you have variants and crap, you can mix around and play with how you want to do things. The next point I want to talk about, Doom has no buildup. And I was telling y'all years ago, last year, actually a year before last, something like that, when the news first came out that RDJ was coming back as Doom, and I made that rant video, a famous rant video that I used to do. I told y'all this was stupid. They should have recast it as Kang because Doom doesn't have buildup. And it is year and a half, 2 years later, Doom still does not have buildup. He doesn't. Now I know a lot of y'all, Doom doesn't need buildup. Doom doesn't need buildup. Yes, he does. Y'all can't keep thinking that the only people who watch these MCU movies are just hardcore fans. Casuals watch it too. My friend Devontae, who loved Marvel as much as I did, even he was like, bruh, I'm so tapped out. I don't know what's going on. So you'll have a lot more people like that too, where y'all done let people get so down and so astray with y'all plan that people have just completely fell off of the MCU train. And to be honest, I don't blame them. But those same people who have said Doom doesn't need buildup, those are the same people who are saying, this movie doesn't sound like it'll be good. This movie isn't this movie isn't that. I was telling y'all that we needed to still go with the Kang story. Recast Kang. Everything was making sense for Kang. The only movies that we kinda have that mention Doom is the Thunderbolts trailer and the F4 trailer. And the F4 post-credit. Those post-credit scenes. What about all the other characters we spent time with? And I also told you, I think I remember, yes, I love the Russos coming back, but the Russos, they love to dig back in that well. And Marvel, they pushed themselves in the corner because they didn't write good stories with these characters. They didn't write good movies, good shows. They were boring. You had the whole MCU thing going on. And it's just sad to see where this fan base has gone. Now, I say all that to say this. Will I be in there on Thursday? Will I get my tickets as soon as I get the notification? Yes, I will. Yeah, I'll be there opening night. But my hype for this movie has dwindled drastically. Doomsday isn't even my most anticipated movie of next year. It's the Michael Jackson movie. That should tell you where I'm at with Avengers. And as far as I know, will we have another MCU movie before then? I don't know if Spider-Man comes out before or after Doomsday, but I know that's supposed to come out next year too. I'm just a little worried, right? And I feel like y'all should be too. It just feels like all the journey we had with all these characters and all these shows felt like a waste. And I know it has to feel like that because you have to get that audience who didn't watch the Disney Plus shows and all that. But for y'all to be able to come out and say, yo, this is gonna be basically a continuation of Endgame. It's like, So people are already speculating on the plot of the movie, what it could be. People are saying that could be because Steve Rogers went back in time, had a kid and did all that stuff. He messed up the timeline, so Doom's trying to get him again. Or not again, but Doom is trying to get him because of that aspect. A lot of y'all have to remember, this Steve Rogers that they showed today is technically a variant. Unless Marvel goes and does a retcon, that Steve is a variant, all right? The Steve of our universe was the old man. That's old man Steve. He ain't fighting no time soon. Technically though, because Steve went back after Endgame and did the thing with the stones and did all that, he will have all the memories of Endgame. So that could be where people are saying this will just basically be a continuation of Endgame, because we all know this is Steve versus RDJ, or Steve versus Dr. Doom. We don't even know if it's Tony Stark or Victor Von Doom. We don't know. So from Steve's perspective, he'll literally be going from one fight to another. So that's how I look at it. I don't think people were saying that old Steve had already fought Doom. I don't think that, because it kind of unwinds the whole thing with how variants work. Again, we spent the whole Loki show figuring out how that crap works. So I don't know, bro. Let's see what Doomsday has, but let me know, y'all. Are y'all excited for this movie? Are y'all excited for how they're going about marketing the movie? Do we know really much about it? Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. But if you love the video, like the video. If you don't love the video, slide the video. I'm on the road to 600 subscribers. I appreciate it. If you like my content, share my content. Without further ado, I'm out. Peace.
Great way